His thoughts were suddenly interrupted as he looked at the address on the last package he had in his bag. The rain had finally begun to fizzle out, and a timid ray of sunshine peeked through the lurking granite clouds. At the edge of Zetland Park sat a house from the nightmares of his youth. There had been so many stories told about this place that he'd forgotten when its infamy had become so intrinsically ingrained in his psyche. As far back as he could remember, it had always been abandoned. A looming two-storey Victorian mansion that squatted behind overgrown marshy lawns in which ancient gnarled oak trees, their twisted branches brittle and bare, stood guard with ominous menace, its vast tiled roof pockmarked with crumbling gangrenous holes through which skeletal guano-smeared support beams could be seen, and from where scrawny birds and bats would occasionally burst forth, squawking and screeching, slumped, sunken and haggard by time. Heavy wooden planks boarded up once grand bay windows, their frames blackened with scorch marks, making them appear like bandaged yet eerily watchful eyes. When the wind blew through the dilapidated shell, despairing wails and moans would rise like ghouls from an unsanctified tomb. Rumours swirled of children going missing within its grim walls, and when the police investigated, pentagrams and dead animals had been found within, proving, to the gossiping townfolk at least, that it had been the base for witches and devil worship. They never found any of the missing kids, though. As Craig got older, he realised that most of this was probably made-up nonsense, and yet it never stopped the house looming large in his imagination, particularly as even adults seemed wary to talk of it. They would just shake their heads and mutter what an eyesore it had become, sitting right next to their pretty park with its new bandstand, flower gardens and play parks, like a pile of old dog shit left to fester on their polished floor. Had there been murmurings that someone had bought it recently? He wasn't sure, but his delivery route had never taken him down this end of the street where the overgrown path led to its gawping facade. And now, here he was, standing on the rain-soaked pavement, with a small, square box in his hand, feeling like a frightened 5-year-old again. There we are.